All right. Sorry for the slight miss on that.
No
Right. So,
worries. Go ahead.
right, thank you very much for the introduction. Uh, Good day, everyone. I'm John Ezekiel Miclat, again, sales engineer for Zebra here in the Philippines. And I'm going to be talking about today about how to elevate your performance edge with Zebra technologies. Now, just to give you a short overview of uh, what Zebra Technologies is, here's how we currently stand in the market. So currently, we're number one when it comes to barcode printing, mobile computing, data capture, and even mobile RFID. And with that, uh, you would actually know us more for these verticals, but we actually have quite large solutions portfolio covering from, again, barcode printing, mobile computing, sensing and scanning, locationing, data platforms, software, services, and even supplies. Some of these products are actually quite new to you because you would actually see us more of a hardware vendor and less of a full solutions vendor. But we will be discussing more of that today. And now here's currently how Zebra scales in terms of our global presence. So we actually spent a lot in terms of R&D, which would actually spend around 10% of our sales. We have one of the leading number of patents for automated identification and data capture. Our business is dealt exclusively through partners, of which we have around 10,000 channel partners in over 100 countries. We have around 4.5 billion revenue last 2020, 8,100 employees worldwide, and we have 128 offices globally. Here in the Philippines, our office is actually located at One Ecom, just beside Mall of Asia in Pasay. Now let's have a step back and know more of our history, because some of you would actually be more familiar to us as a barcode printing company, but here's our evolution of how we actually ended up where we are right now. So you would actually see mostly in retail and as well as other applications, you would see barcode scanners and mobile computers bearing the name Zebra. You could also see symbol, sometimes Motorola, because what we've actually acquired the solutions enterprise business of Motorola back in 2014, who have previously also acquired symbol back in 2007. Besides that, some of our more recent acquisitions will include Explore, a rugged tablet maker, Profitec, and Reflexes, both of which we will be discussing more about later. These are actually more about machine learning applications which take advantage of all the data that you capture from the edge. And then one of our more recent acquisitions right now is actually not in this slide, unfortunately, is our acquisition of Matrix Imaging. We have just completed the acquisition earlier this week, and we're expected to expand our portfolio going from just barcode printers, mobile computers, RFID, location solutions, and now we're going to venture into machine vision. All right, and then for now, let's stop with the history as well as background. Let's move forward to the future. Now, Zebra has always been the trusted partner to industry-leading companies for over 50 years. And one of the biggest reasons why is because of our ability to recognize and act on shifts on the business landscape. Since 2016, we have embarked on a new division for the enterprise, which is driven by the recognition that consumers actually expectations and behaviors are going to have a large shift towards a more on-demand economy, which is what we're seeing right now, especially with the situation brought about by the pandemic. In order to help companies to meet these demands, it became apparent that they would need greater visibility into the edge of the operations, particularly where data is created, which that's where our frontline workers actually work at. Fueled by our legacy of purpose-built devices, we created a best-in-class suite of intelligent edge devices supported by our IT platform, our Savannah Cloud platform, as well as basically all of these and to enabling our customers to do this innovation possible. All right, so here's currently where we stand today in terms of how COVID has actually accelerated the transformation to a digital economy. So basically, we're actually moving into this sort of a very linear progression in terms of online orders, but suddenly we experienced an inflection point earlier in 2020. So basically, this provided companies a viable and stable journey to addressing the needs of the on-demand economy. But those needs were also, sorry about that, thrown in overdrive, especially when COVID hit. Stress testing each and every aspect of the organization's infrastructure, as well as reinventing workflows in a matter of weeks. This forced companies to ensure that they're getting the most out of every asset and every worker. Now, our solution is actually to have each and every asset and worker on the edge visible, connected, and optimally utilized. This vision further was also emboldened by recent acquisition of Reflexes, which we actually included back in 2020. So far, this has been our second largest acquisition in the company, right after the acquisition of Motorola Solutions Enterprise. But with our acquisition of Matrix Imaging, it has already unseated Reflexes as our biggest acquisition so far. Now, how do we actually make this possible? So first, we sense using our data capture devices, analyze, act, and come up with our outcomes. Now, here are the two largest expenses in terms of our operations. It's always going to be associates and inventory. So basically, this allows the ability to better manage a tool, the inventory, put in the right people in the right place, as well as the most efficient way, as well as providing the right product at the right price and the right quantity. Now, to make all of these possible, we need to establish a smarter operation. We need to empower our team to drive value by first using our intelligent edge devices. We're going to be equipping the environment with the proper edge devices with our broad portfolio solutions built devices. Next is aligning labor and with demand and outfitting them with the real-time task execution using our Reflexes suite, which is basically an AI-based task management software. Next is to turn disparate data sources into operational by improving actions that protect your profits, making use of our Zebra prescriptive analytics. How this happens is basically we're going to be taking all the data coming from your edge devices, and then eventually it's going to be enabling us to process that information in order to generate tasks which could be assigned to your workers, as well as making sure that every step that's going to be done by the worker, as well as the frontline employees, are going to be a next best step. Now, in order to make sure that each employee are able to communicate with each other, we also have the Zebra Workforce Connect solution, which improves associate collaboration and customer engagement by basically providing them an all-in-one tool that allows them to communicate better, as well as provide additional tools such as fall detection in order to promote workplace safety. Right, and then basically to unify the frontline work experience and optimize actions at the edge. Basically, what they're going to do is have these IRS independently start chipping away at large operational issues in order to utilize the power of our EAI vision that is realized when we start linking them together using a unified experience. So basically, what you could imagine if everything was planned and securing the ability to influence the outcome, that's what I expected. So what you're seeing here right now is the full suite of our Reflexes combined with our Zebra prescriptive analytics. So for actions, we have task and execution, labor planning, as well as using Workforce Connect as our workforce communications tool. And then for insights coming from logistics, it These operations, planning and buying, sales and inventory, these are going to be more focused on our Zebra prescriptive analytics. All right, so basically that's quite of a brief application presentation. And with that, I think we do actually have a couple of Q&A questions coming. Right, to learn more of our intelligent edge solutions, we have this QR code right here. And with that, I think we could go more into the Q&A.